Hello and welcome to Stand Up for Jehovah. Now, as part of my number crunching in the yearbooks, I did get interested in reading the content of the yearbooks, and I've come across some great little gems to share with you. In the yearbook, they start off with a letter from the governing body, and then they have a highlights of the year, and I found some highlights of the year. Now, the highlights of the year are a little bit like going to a really boring relative's house and hearing endless, tedious detail about things that you're really not interested in. Oh, do you know how many bricks it took for me to build my extension? No, John, I don't, but I've got a feeling you're going to tell me, aren't you? 30,763. Right, would have been 65, but one of the windows turned out to be a bit bigger than we thought. Right, okay. Got myself a new car. 175/35 tyres, 32 psi on the back, and 30. Oh, really? Actually, do you know what? I'd rather just count the ceiling tiles in the Kingdom Hall than listen to this. So, aside from all the tedious detail, I've found some absolute gems to share with you. So, starting in 2013, okay, a long time Brooklyn landmark. Day and night for more than 40 years, the 15-foot tall red letters atop the world headquarters of Jehovah's Witnesses have been a familiar sight. Have they, John? Yes, and in the mid-1980s, a display of the temperature in Celsius was added to the alternating display of the time and temperature in Fahrenheit. Was it, John? Yes. Now, you might think that this wasn't appreciated, but they have a letter. Ebony wrote in to the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society. Did she? Did she really? Ebony, who can see the sign from her apartment in Brooklyn, said, "It's just nice to look out the window to see the time and temperature before I go to work." Is it, Ebony? Is it nice to see the time and temperature? You couldn't buy yourself a clock, perchance, in your own flat, could you? How does it help you, Ebony? It keeps me on time and helps me dress for the weather. Now, when you drive into London, as you're going in on the M40, it turns into the A40, there's a building, I think it's the London Evening Standard, and it has one of those electronic clocks, you know, that tell you the time. Can you imagine anyone in the world writing into the London Evening Standard and going, "Oh, thank you for your clock and temperature on the outside of the London Evening Standard building. It keeps me on time and helps me dress for the weather." What kind of planet do these people live in that they honestly think that we believe that somebody would write a letter like that? 2014, they get quite excited about the jw.org thing that's going on. So, do you ever wonder with the letters whether people were maybe embellishing their lives a little bit so they could get a letter in the publications? Or perhaps did this woman literally live the most infeasible life ever so that right at the end she could write it in a letter to the yearbook? I love jw.org. Do you? Yes, I do. It is user-friendly and has inspired me to be more zealous. She says, "I am 72 years old and have been baptised for 47 years. Well, good for you. And I have pioneered for over 30 years. It seems like a bit of an excessive amount of effort just to get a letter published." She says, "I am the mother of 9 baptised children." 9? Were you not listening when they were giving counsel about people not having babies in the time of the end? Oh no, because you were in bed with your old man, weren't you? You were on the job cracking out 9 children. You missed that little bit of advice. I have 9 baptised children and 16 grandchildren. They're all at it. I think they're in the wrong religion. 16 grandchildren and 3 great-grandchildren. We now have 4 generations of Jehovah's Witnesses. I think she should be in the Catholics, not the Jehovah's Witnesses. We're not supposed to be having babies. Catholics are supposed to be having babies. We're supposed to be not having babies. She's got muddled up. She's in the wrong gang. 2015, a problem besets the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society. A terrible problem. Persecution from Satan. The persecuted so much they've even put a picture of the problem. Can you see the problem? I'm peeping over to see if you can. I'm so cute. Look at me peeping. Can you see what the problem? Sorry, I can't peep and show you the problem. Can you see what the problem is? At first, the covers did not stay flat. This is an article called "A Bible Built to Last." So they were gonna make some Bibles that were built to last, and they had this terrible problem that the covers did not stay flat. Persecution from Satan. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, John? Tell me. Rather than switch to a hard cover, however, the brothers were determined to produce a Bible with a cover that was flexible, durable, and attractive. Much like myself, actually. John's telling that after nearly 4 months of testing many combinations of glue and liner material. Really? 4 months of testing glue and liner material. They managed to overcome Satan's persecution of Bible bending covers. And they found a combination that enabled the printery to resume production. Phew! The world need not go without ugly, bendy Bibles. This stuff is like tediously boring in the extreme, and yet it's badged as this amazing, I don't know, like a big persecution problem. A Bible book, so thank God they fixed that. Also in the 2015 yearbook, doesn't not stop there, the excitement continues. Fun for all the family. What is it like to work at Warwick? I don't know how to say it. Do you need an American accent to say it? Warwick. Is it Warwick or Warwick? I don't know. What is it like to work at Warwick? There are 3 brothers that tell us it's quite exciting. It's quite exciting to work at Warwick. Warwick has become much more than just buildings. Jehovah is unifying the various construction teams. Yeah, because nobody's managed to build a building with unified various construction teams until now, until Jehovah stepped in like a big group hug. Come on, guys, come on, let's all gather round Jehovah. Jehovah over here. Yeah, you Sparkies and you Chippies, yeah, Brickies. In you come, lads. Let's all unify. Big group hug, yeah. Because nobody's ever managed to do that. I used to work on a building site. I unified about 20 groups of subcontractors by taking them their architect's drawings every morning. No, Jehovah is unifying the various construction teams. What, were they all like different gangs before that? Was it like the Bloods and the Crips at Warwick? Like, we ain't talking to that bastard. We ain't talking to him. Talk to the hand because the face ain't listening. Oh no, Jehovah came. No, come on, lads. Come on, Bloods. Come on, Crips. Come on. Oh, come on. No, now we're going to get unified. Oh, okay, we're all unified now. Very exciting. 2016, they go back to the JW Broadcasting Hall. They quite like it. Warwick carries on in every yearbook. They like to crow about it and tell you how many bricks and how many. Have I told you how much piping? Are you please, John? Don't. Let's not go there. And the cabling. Really? Stop. Change the subject. So, jwbroadcast.org. Now, you've got to think what kind of a life this poor man has led that led to him writing this letter. It doesn't give a name, but it does say that it's from Indonesia. Now, I'm no geographer, as you know. In Indonesia, I imagine kind of like beaches and tropical birds and, I don't know, paradise and houses on stilts and general gorgeousness. But this poor man, he is married, mind, as you find out when you read the letter, is married. This poor man cannot have had any kind of interest or excitement in his life ever. Ever. He says, this is one of the happiest evenings of my life! Exclamation mark. Tonight, my wife and I watched the May 2015 programme on JW Broadcasting. That was the most exciting evening of your life, the happiest evening of your life. Like, not what about that time when you you? Oh, what about, I don't know, what about that time when somebody bought you a drink in a bar and you didn't have to buy one back? That was quite exciting. Or that time when you found your wife's glittery. Was that not exciting? That was not a happy time when you had your first no? Okay, it was when you watched the May 2015 broadcast. And he says, my happiness cannot be described in words. It's beyond superlatives. He's just put that to get his letter in the yearbook, hasn't he? That's not true. That or is really illiterate. I refer you to my previous video on how Jehovah loves an illiterate. My happiness cannot be described in words. Moving swiftly on to the 2017 yearbook, the one that we've just had. Okay, now, no racial stereotyping here, but Horst and Helga, an infirm elderly couple in Germany. I'm going for a Nazi-style accent there, but I don't think I'm managing it. Helga, Horst and Helga. Nobody's really called Helga, are they? Well, they are in yearbook world. Horst and Helga said, JW Broadcasting is outstanding. Seeing how a paraplegic brother served as elder, really? They have to go to the most extreme end of disability, don't they, to make a point. Can't just be a disabled person. Can't just be something. You've got to be a paraplegic. You've got to have no arms and no legs, or in an iron lung, rowing your way down the Congo to pioneer to headhunters, sticking your oars out of the little holes where doctors put their hands in to do operations on you in your iron lung. There he is, rowing his way down 32 Bible studies an evening. Oh, for goodness sake. Seeing how a paraplegic brother serves as an elder, we learned that everyone can give something valuable to Jehovah. Helga. The next letter, not proud of at all, Cody from England. Cody from England says, thanks for all the time and effort you put into making Jehovah. You'll know why she's talking like this in a minute when we get further into the letter. Jehovah.org. And the Caleb and Sophia videos. Thank you for making the Bible easier to understand. I was baptized when I was 8. 8? When I'm a bit older, I'm going to volunteer to help build kingdom halls. And I would like to work at Bethel. I'm 9 now, so I've not got long to go. 8? When they publish this crap, they're not saying baptise your children young, but the message they're giving people is baptise your children young. So all the parents reading that are like, oh my God, Francis is 10 and he's not baptised yet. God is virtually on the shelf as far as picking a religion for the rest of your life and being shunned goes. 10? We've failed. Well, we'll get the next one baptised at 8. No. I'll match you an 8 and I'll raise you 1. We're getting baptised at 7. I'll match you a 7 and I'll raise you 2. We're getting baptised at 5. We're going to get our baby baptised. No baby baptism. We don't do baby baptisms. Catholics do baby baptisms. We wait for our children to grow up to the ripe old age of 8 so that they can go building kingdom halls when they're 9. What a load of cobblers. Anyway, there are other gems in the 2017 yearbook. There's an article about them selling Brooklyn, and it's called "You Are the Best Neighbours." This is absolutely brilliant. So basically, they said, we had an open house to view our historical Bible display. What? Satan Bibles? All those incorrect versions. You display them. They displayed them, right? Bearing in mind, right, I've never been, but Brooklyn's in the middle of New York. I'm guessing New York, quite a big city, maybe a bit like London, maybe. Lots of people, quite a lot of people. How many people visited their historic Bible display in the middle of New York? Quite a big city. Over 2 days, 48 visitors came to see the display. 48! You can get more people than that in a phone box. You can get more people than that in a mini. It says, during the open house, there were a number of Bethel family members on hand in the lobby. I bet there were more Bethel family than punters coming in, like big rows of Bethel family waiting, right, when mum comes in, grab them and love bomb them to death. I bet everyone was walking past going, I'd quite like to look at that historic Bible display, but look at all those brothers in suits. Look at all those men with shades and ties on. I'm not going in there, it looks dangerous. So one of the 48, this deluge of visitors, this virtual tsunami of 48 people that went to view their historic Bible display said, you're the best neighbours. Obviously, they had slightly overlooked the fact that Brooklyn had tax exemption totaling $368 million and that they netted $371 million in a cash windfall from sales of the property. But no, they were the best neighbours. They avoided nearly $400 million worth of tax that didn't get ploughed into the neighbourhood, but they were the best neighbours. Isn't that beautiful? So there you go. That's my little romp through the yearbooks. Thank you for listening to Stand Up for Jehovah.